Alright guys, it's that time again. World Tournament time. Woo! So this is going to be like a 2-in-1 video. We're going to run through the World Tournament one time, but before we do that, I'm just going to do almost like a team building guide for the World Tournament. So this is the team that I'm running for this World Tournament. Obviously you got the physical Broly, he's an AoE, good leader. LR Broly, the best unit for the World Tournament, on global right now at least. Because on JP, he actually, there's a bug with his second super attack where it's not an AoE. So he's actually not as good on JP right now. But anyway, then you've also got Turles and Frieza for support. You can swap out Frieza for Int Metal Cooler or whatever support unit you have. It doesn't really matter. They don't even need to be under the leader skill really. And then the two most important, the Jacko and Chaozu. Jacko and Chaozu, if you don't know what they do, their passive is worded wrong. It says may stun all enemies, is what their passive says. But what that means is the first time that they're on the field, they always stun all enemies. And then after that, they don't anymore. But the thing is, like, if you run them both on the team, most of the time you're not even going to need to use any items. And pretty much these are just to save you items, is basically what they do in the World Tournament. And that's super nice, so that you don't have to grind the Bulma event forever, you know? So this, hold up, we're going to scroll over. This is another build of the World Tournament team that I thought about going with. Here I'm using Turles as lead and putting LR Cell in there, because Turles does give 50% to all extreme types, and 3 key obviously. So here we have the 3 AoE units. I would say these are the 3 best AoE units for the World Tournament. I'm not personally using this team because I prefer a little bit more support over Cell, and obviously this Broly has a better leader skill. But Cell doesn't fit under that leader skill, so that's why we're not running him on that team. And another thing you could do is, like, if you have this Broly, but you and you don't like the double support thing so much, you could run, or even if you maybe you don't have LR Broly, you could put some orbs into this guy, minus still SA1. This tells you how much I care about him, I guess. This guy's actually pretty good for the World Tournament. He gets attack and defense, I think it's 50%, and then plus an additional 10%, yeah, per orb obtained. Now, that's why I said if you don't have LR Broly, you could use him, because if you do have LR Broly, you're going to be trying to give him all of the key that you can, but if you don't, he's a very good, sub option. Whoops. And then another good AoE option, it's not the Tecmajin Vegeta, that's not who I'm going to right now, by the way. Extreme, and I'm not even sure if I have him, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Where's the low-class warriors category? I know you guys see it and you're yelling at me. Okay, there it is. Low-class warriors. Yep. Straight up don't have him. Okay, but the one that I'm talking about is the Int Raditz. The Int Raditz is also a very solid World Tournament option. But that's only if you have the orbs to rainbow him, because if he's SA10 with no potential system, he really doesn't do that much damage. But if you are running Turles as lead, you could just throw him on there as one of the extreme types and you're fine. Also, one thing I want to say before we hop into actually playing the World Tournament, I would recommend saving, I would recommend saving these tickets, because this banner is actually not great. This Gohan, I'm not sure if he already has it, but he's getting an easy A. He's not super good though, he's not in contention for the best Ultimate Gohan in the game. Videl is okay on a Pepe Gals team, but until Pepe Gals gets an actual leader, that's whatever. I feel like most people have him with several dupes, so I wouldn't say it's worth pulling on this banner just hoping to get him. And then there's Dab tanks, and then there's STR tanks, and then there's this Android 18, who's actually okay, but not the best Android 18 in the game. And actually this Boo, I think this Boo that awakens into, hold up. Yeah, this Boo is actually, if you guys don't have a good AoE unit, I guess you could spend your tickets on this banner. But I would recommend saving these, because I'm not sure if it's the next one or the one after that, but the STR Frieza and the base form Goku, the ones from the 250 million download celebration, they're actually going to be on that banner, and they're like 2 of the best unfeatured SSRs in the game. So I would recommend you guys saving your tickets. You don't have to, though. I'm not trying to say you have to do this, but I would recommend saving your tickets for that. This shows you how much I've played the World Tournament. I am still nowhere near 30 times difficulty. But I'm not even sure I'm going to get there this time, because my god, the World Tournament is so whatever. I don't care about it anymore. I don't even really know what the reward is this time. Yeah, this is a World Tournament team I was running personally. Obviously, you guys just use whatever your best team was. I remember the first time I actually like played the World Tournament, Physical Vegito Blue had just come out, and I used a hero team, and I made it top 10,000, and that's the highest I've ever ranked in the World Tournament. And it was before I had LR Broly and all this, but I did play a lot, and Vegito Blue was actually one of the better like cards to use, or units to use, I guess, for the World Tournament back then, because he would just one-shot everybody with all of like his attacks and stuff. And here's what I was talking about with them being so useful, because now, before, I would probably, well, actually I wouldn't here because they weren't attacking in the first slot, but most of the time you would have to use like a Ghost Usher or King Yama, but if you have them on rotation, they're just making sure that you don't get attacked at all, so you're all good. And one thing, I would actually recommend you bring an LR Broly friend over a physical Broly friend, because physical Broly, his leader skill might be better. I'm sorry if you can hear that, my neighbor is mowing his lawn, I guess. So the physical Broly does have a better leader skill, obviously, but in World Tournament, you don't get your friend's leader skill. And because of that, yeah, here I have to use an item. But since you don't get your friend's leader skill in the World Tournament, Broly is actually way better. Well, the LR Broly, because he does get that double attack. Now, once again, on JP, this might be a little bit different because of the bug where his additional actually is not a super. I mean, it is a super, but his additional super is not an attack all. So, I'm not sure. Is JP having World Tournament at the same time? I actually don't know. I guess I could check right now, but that'd be like super unprofessional for me to just close this app, go on global, and then come back. I'll probably put it in post, like, yes, they are, no, they're not. See, like, again, Chaozu coming in clutch here. Every unit here is stunned. And you might be like, hey, his passive was just active. But that's once per fight. Like, that's why it's so good here, because, like, in the first round, like, you're going to be one-shotting the enemy team most of the time, even if you just have, like, Int Raditz, who's a free-to-play unit. If you have him rainbowed, you can still, like, probably one-shot most of the, like, fights here. And if you do that, then the Jacko and the Chaozu, they never run out of their passive, because each fight, it just refreshes. So they're actually, like, super good here. I would say they're, like, one of the most important options, because, like, you can really use any AoE unit you want. I've even heard some people using LR Majin Vegeta, which I actually would not recommend. I actually just recently pulled LR Majin Vegeta, but as you can tell, he's not on this team anywhere, because he's too key hungry. You need to get him his 18 key super if you want him to attack the entire field. And that's just, like, not gonna happen, basically. And actually, one thing I do think I'm gonna change with this team, and I just realized this, well, not realized, but I just remembered this. I think I might get rid of this Frieza for LR Ginyu Force. And I know you're probably like, but they're not even on the leader skill, and they don't give as much of a boost. And that is all true, okay? Everything that you probably just said is true. But the thing with the World Tournament is, the higher your team cost is, the harder the fights you get in are. But because of, like, Jacko and Chaozu and stuff, it doesn't really matter how hard the fights are. And the harder the fights are, the more points you get. So basically, the higher your team cost, the faster you get points. So that's why I think I might swap out the Frieza for LR Ginyu Force, because LR Ginyu Force's team cost is like over 60 higher. I think it's like 67 higher or something crazy like that, because I think the Frieza has a team cost of 32 and Ginyu Force has a 99. Well, I know Ginyu Force has 99, but I think Frieza has a team cost of 32. If I can, I'll check here in a second. Does it let me check after I pick my friend? Will it stop loading? All good questions. Yeah, 32. I was right. Alright, going into the semifinals. Going up against another Broly team. Did I just look at my team, or are we running the same team? I probably just looked at my team, to be honest. Actually, we are running the same team. Like, the exact same team. It's just he has a weird friend, but that's just because the AI picks weird friends, I guess. I'm actually curious on how the AI picks friends for, like, people you're, quotes up, fighting in the World Tournament. I'm not sure. Also, one thing, guys, if you're here you're like super loyal. So I guess you're who I'm talking to. But phase cam, next summon video. Don't know when the next summon video is gonna be. It could be a long way away, honestly. But next summon video, probably face cam, probably not high quality, because I would just be using the webcam from my computer, which again, not high quality, but I'm not rich. So I don't have enough money to go get one, but if you guys would be into face cam, let me know, because I don't think it would be too much harder. It's just the thing that would be kind of difficult would be like I would have to make all new layouts, because the way it is right now, if I put face cam anywhere, it would be covering something up, whether it's my Twitter handle, which depending on which layout is used for this video is in the bottom left or the bottom right, or the DOKKAN battle thing, which again, depending on the layout, would be on the bottom left, bottom right, or just like the art, the super cool art that a lot of people make would get covered up. So I'm not really sure if I'm down with any of that. So we might need to make all new layouts, which is why I'm kind of putting it off. I don't know why I was about to use an item, if I'm being honest, because I did, well, I do know, because I forgot that Chaozu was here. Chaozu is mandatory, don't need to use any items. That's Jacko. That is, I don't know, one of those two, whatever. But we do actually have Chaozu next rotation with both of the Broly's, which does mean we'll be good. And also, one little tip that's pretty much common sense, is like, if you stun them in the first time, like, I would just recommend taking people who'd be attacking you next time, so that way there's less of a chance you would be getting hit in the first slot. We were actually getting hit in the first slot here anyway, but because we have Chaozu here, it doesn't particularly matter all that much. And I honestly think Physical Broly is going to take it out. The further you get in the difficulty, Physical Broly actually cannot take out STR types, like, at all. But right now, I think we're all good. And actually, I'm not even sure if there was an STR type. But, yeah, that was the finals. Alright. What am I getting? What gifts and presents and prizes am I getting? I'm the champion 4 times. I've won 4 times. I feel like I've been doing this for hours. I probably have. I just haven't been productive, I guess. Alright. Missions, all that nonsense. Hold up, let's go see what the World Tournament reward is this time, because I'm actually not... 18. Yeah, that's not great. But Yamcha is the local reward, so... might need to go try hard to get number 1 so that I can get 2 copies of Yamcha. I don't know. I might do that. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider leave a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. Blah, blah, blah. See you guys next time. Bye.